What's up? It's Rocky from Fight Camp, and I'm gonna tell you about the first time I stepped into the ring. I was about 19 years old, and before then I was competing in karate, winning tournaments, all of that good stuff, so I felt cocky. And when I was training for my first fight, my coach was, doing stylistic power work with me. We were flowing all the time. I never really went through the basics, but it made me feel like a professional, and I couldn't wait to show everybody what I was capable of. A week before the fight, I injured my wrist in training, so I was no longer able to punch with my left hand. And I called the promoter and I told him, hey, unfortunately, I messed up my wrist. I need to pull out of the fight. And then he told me, if you pull out the fight, we'll blacklist you, and we won't allow you to compete in any more of our shows, and I'm gonna tell all the promoters in New York. So I was scared. I didn't know what he was doing was actually messed up. I just thought, you know what? This is a challenge, and I don't want to back down. Growing up, I watched all kinds of martial art movies that always inspired me. One of my favorites was The Karate Kid. So I thought about the moment Danielson messed up his leg in a fight, but he still had to use the other one to beat Cobra Kai. Well, if Danielson can fight with one leg, then I could definitely fight with one hand, no problem. So I thought I was gonna go into the fight, knock her out, and just post about this amazing underdog story that can inspire the world. However, the first punch she threw at me, all of my training went out the window. So this was my first time getting hit at 100%. It felt like I got hit by a rock. In that moment, I felt like fresh meat in the middle of the jungle. I forgot who I was. I forgot all of my training. I forgot how to punch and how to kick. I was just scared the entire time. In that moment, it was just survival mode. In between rounds, as my coach was talking to me, I actually forgot what he was telling me, but I did tell myself, Rocky, you have 2 more rounds left. That's 2 more chances to try to knock her out and make this a triumphant story. Well, I never got the knockout, but I did learn a lot after that. It's not about the tools that you have in the shed. You don't need so many options. It's really just about the basics. And that's what I appreciate so much about Fight Camp. In Fight Camp, we're not just gonna throw you into the ring. We're gonna start you off with the basics. We have a prospect path where we break down each strike. And each trainer that we have on the app has so much experience and stories that they can share with you and inspire you as you're learning these basics. So sometimes it's boring, and that's why we want to skip it, and that's why I wanted to skip it too. But then we learn to appreciate it. Now sometimes I win fights just throwing like 3 strikes. Check out Fight Camp and check out my classes, and we'll work on some basics together.